Hi everyone, today I'm at Bravo's showroom and I'm sitting on your ever popular DuPont lounge suite. More than any other element of the sofa, the covering chosen will affect the price. Sofas are traditionally covered in fabric, synthetic leather or leather combinations. So when you're selecting a fabric, you'll want to balance considerations of budget, aesthetics and the material's durability. Fabrics suitable for upholstery will need to undergo various tests to ensure that it's suitable for upholstery purposes and will offer the desired durability. The most common measure is the Martindale rub test. The diagnostic tool determines the number of rubs a fabric can withstand before fraying or losing its volume or fiber. 15,000 rubs is very durable, while 30,000 rubs is considered heavy duty. Household upholstery requires a rub test of 15,000 rubs to ensure durability. Upholstery fabrics used to be mainly cotton and linen, but with modern technology, most fabrics found these days on our lounge suites are made from polyester. Polyester is a hard-wearing man-made fabric. One of the many benefits of polyester is that it's not only affordable, but it's easier to clean than any other fabric. Dirt sits on the polyester fibers and allows you to clean and maintain your couch easily, unlike natural fibers where dirt and messes soak into the fabric. However, oil stains are not that easy to remove from polyester and should be avoided. Although polyester fabric is lightweight, by adding a backing to the fabric, this creates a far more substantial upholstery fabric which helps soften any sharp lines and corners on a couch. Different types of backings are available and are either woven or made up from loose fibers which help soften the touch of the fabric. Polyester is also color fast and can come in various colors and does not fade. Most fabrics used are piece dyed, and this means that once the fabric is woven or knitted, it's placed in a large vat and dyed. It is possible that there will be slight dye batches in different lots of fabrics purchased, and it's therefore advisable that when purchasing individual pieces that they are manufactured in the same batch. There are different examples of fabrics, and here with me today I have the representatives of Grafton, Alpine and Goma Goma to give us more insight. Welcome, Denise.
There are many different types of fabrics. Let's start with woven fabrics. In weaving, the warp is a set of lengthwise yarns through which the weft is woven. Each individual warp thread in a fabric is called the warp end. Warp means that it's thrown across. The weft is the yarn that is woven back and forth through the warp to create the cloth. The weight, strength and type of the yarns help determine the price and durability of the fabric. Woven fabrics often have a backing added to ensure stability of the fabric. An example of a polyester woven fabric is the slipper couch which I'm sitting on. Now let's move on to the chenilles. Chenille, the French word for caterpillar, is typically used to describe a type of yarn manufactured by pals, short lengths, wrapped around a tightly wound core. The yarn is commonly manufactured from cotton fibers, but chenille can also describe acrylic and rayon fibers. The arrangement of the pals extending at right angles from the yarn's core gives the iridescent texture which the fabric is most commonly known for. Another kind of fabric is velour. Velours are used extensively in upholstery furniture and are categorized by soft, velvety feel and handle. A velour is a synthetic alternative to a velvet, where velvet is traditionally made from silk. Velour is made from synthetic fibers. Velvet is made by weaving loops and then cutting the ends, and this creates the pile. The effect is then created by lifting the pile. A velour is created in much the same way, but using a shorter pile. What can happen with velours is when an area is flattened after being sat on for a period of time, it may look worn. The pile can be lifted by regular, gentle brushing or the occasional steam clean. The velour can have a printed pattern which is very versatile and hide stains and marks. An example of velour fabric can be found on the Giovanni Motion Suite. The last fabric that we're going to talk about is a warp knit. Warp knit fabrics are becoming more common in upholstery fabric as they are knitted instead of woven. Once again, polyester is the most common fiber used. The main advantage of warp knit fabrics is that it allows for different finishes and has a bit of stretch, which improves the ease of making an upholstered couch. Warp knits would usually have a backing, which will then restrict stretch in different directions. Warp knit fabrics are finished in different ways to create different looks. So printed is heat applied using polyurethane, often with a leather look, and an embossed and bonded have a heavy backing applied, and then the fabric is embossed with a pattern, as can be seen on the DuPont. I'll be handing over to Bradwin from Alpine to discuss the different leathers and synthetic leather options.
Hi, I'm Bradwin and I represent all Alpine lounge suites, couches and recliners. Synthetic leather is a fabric with a leather-like finish intended to substitute for leather at a much reduced cost. The three most common synthetic leather fabrics are PU, PVC and air leather. All these synthetic products are made up by mixing a combination of different chemicals to create a paste, and then these are adhered to a backing cloth and then finished in different ways to replicate the look of leather. Due to the advances in technology, it is often very difficult to tell the difference between real leather and synthetic leather look fabrics. Leather products should come with a leather symbol, and the price should help you understand if it's the real McCoy. Moving on to genuine leather, leather is an excellent cover choice in today's consumer buying patterns. Nature has given us leather as one of the most popular upholstery materials. Leather comes in a rainbow of colors and a range of styles, from timeless traditional to avant-garde contemporary. There is a style, unique look or color of leather available that fits every consumer's needs. Not only is leather durable, but it's also breathable and adapts to your temperature, making it very comfortable. The three main types of leather finishes are corrected grain, semi-aniline and full aniline leather. Corrected grain leather has an applied surface finish of pigments and sealer coats. It's therefore better able to resist markings, spillages, but has a colder, firmer feel due to the correction process. It has a regular texture that is printed onto the heavily pigmented surface and disguises the irregularities within the hide. The characteristics are: it has consistent color, improved light fastness, good defective coverage, and it's easy to maintain. Semi-aniline leather. This type of leather is stylish and more natural looking. The finish is a mixture of dye and pigment, which gives you a uniform look but does not disguise all the natural markings and scars on the hide, which should not be seen as false. These markings are what gives leather furniture its character and authenticity and differentiates this leather from corrected grain. We always endeavor to provide a degree of uniformity, but to produce a sofa, it takes at least 3 hides, and as no 2 hides are identical, there may be substantial variation in shade and texture, even within the same hide. This is a characteristic of the leather and is what distinguishes semi-aniline leather from corrected grain. This gives the leather a softer handle and a more natural appeal. An example of this leather's execution would be on the Zimbali as well as the Tasman suites, which are in cumulus brown leather. The characteristics of this leather are that it has a natural grain surface, good look and feel, improved light fastness, it's more practical than full aniline, and it's breathable. Full aniline leather, on the other hand, is the most rewarding for leather connoisseurs. It has a wonderful silky touch and the look has great depth. An aniline finish is pure dye, then sprayed with dye mixture as well as other substances that do not disguise any natural markings and scars on the hide. These markings should not be seen as false, but natural variations that give our leather furniture its character and authenticity. We always endeavor to provide a degree of uniformity, but to produce a sofa, it may take at least 3 hides, and as no 2 hides are identical, there may also be a substantial variation in shade and texture, even within the same hide. This is a property of leather and is what distinguishes full aniline as the leather for the connoisseur. This gives the leather a distinctively unique look. With age, your leather furniture will mold to your body shape and colors may mellow and change according to the use and environment, making the piece of furniture uniquely your own. Full aniline leather has a tendency to absorb body oils as well as perspiration, which will cause the leather to darken on contact areas. Aniline leather finish is sensitive to light. It's best to keep away from windows and areas with direct sunlight. Some of the characteristics are: it looks good, It has a good touch, natural grains and markings are evident, high comfort and breathable. Lastly, we're moving on to genuine leather uppers. These suites incorporate a combination of PU or PVC in conjunction with the genuine leather. This makes up your leather upper suites. This method makes the suite much more cost-effective as opposed to full leather, but at the same time still gives most of the benefits of a full genuine leather suite. Some options of leather upper suites are your Zimbali as well as your Tasman. And that pretty much concludes our covering session. We hope it's been enjoyable and informative.